from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of The Local Show here on GrassRoots Community Network, and welcome to our Facebook Live and YouTube audience. Very excited to join you this week, where each week we feature inspirational locals here on The Local Show. And we've got a couple locals from the Glenwood Springs area. One of them recently made history. I want to welcome both Mike and Selah Schneiter to The Local Show. Welcome to The Local Show, Selah. Mike, good thing we got long arms.
Yep.
That's good for climbing, right?
Yeah.
Get those big handholds up there. Which I have to say, I have to admit, long-time local, now coming up on 37 years, the only climbing I've done has been indoor.
Oh, man.
Because I'm like a chicken.
You gotta change that.
Maybe Selah could give me a little lesson. Maybe we could do a trade. Like I could help you with your mountain biking. You could help me with my beginner climbing skills. Think about that one.
You've been teaching people how to rock climb.
So you've already been doing some offering instruction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been going out and helping me guide, teaching people how to rock climb.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, she's like a little mini guide in training.
I love it. I love apprentice.
Yeah.
Kind of apprentice guide.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your historic climb up the nose of El Capitan. But first, I want to kind of catch up with you guys. How long have you lived in Glenwood Springs, and what's life like growing up in Glenwood for Selah?
Yeah. I mean, I've been here about 20 years in Glenwood. Grew up in Iowa, then moved here pretty much as soon as I could.
Oh, so you're a Midwest guy, too?
Yeah, I'm a Midwest guy. Grew up on a farm in Iowa.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, yep.
Yeah.
I was Eastern Iowa, so I spent a lot of time in Wisconsin.
Nice.
Good cheese.
So
You escaped to Wisconsin?
Yeah, exactly.
The old It was an old bumper sticker we had.
Oh, really?
Have you ever been to that part of the country, Selah? Where
When
there's
you were
like a lot of cows.
When you were a baby, you were.
Oh yeah,
Really
and
little.
then I went there once about like 3 years ago. Remember, for
What?
like a week by myself. Yeah.
To Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you think about that part of the country?
Weird. Too humid.
Too humid.
Too humid, yeah.
It's hot and humid in the summer.
Hot and humid.
Your
I
hair
really,
would get curly probably with the humidity.
Yeah, I really don't like humid. I don't know why. I just don't.
And it's really cold in the winter.
Well, we're so lucky here because we have low humidity, pretty cool temperatures, and what an amazing summer it's
And
been.
you can just and if it is hot, then just go up onto Independence Pass and you're good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just go up high. You're good.
So you guys like to climb up in that area? Up by the pass in the
climb
summertime?
over in Rifle, like little past Rifle Falls. If you go over to Rifle Falls and then you just keep driving down that canyon, you'll get to a really good climbing place, and we like to go there a lot.
Yeah, it's a world famous climbing area. People come from all over to climb at Rifle Mountain Park.
Oh yeah.
That's a renowned area, and I noticed on your website, GlenwoodClimbingGuides.com, you guys also climb out in the Colorado National Monuments. So kind of from that Grand Junction, Rifle, all the way up to Independence Pass corridor. You're doing climbing both for fun and for work.
Yeah, and you've climbed up on Independence Pass a little bit over the years, but we do a lot of stuff more like Western, I guess, like around Glenwood and Rifle, and we love that Grand Junction area.
Yeah, we go over kind of,
Maybe
Grand
you'll check
Junction.
out Gold Butte today. Maybe after the show, go take a look at that.
There's some fun climbing there.
It's a pretty sweet little area. Good. And what do you guys like to do like in the summertime besides climbing? I know climbing is like your main passion, right? That's your main passion.
Yes.
And then we talked a little before the show. You like to kind of bike around town, around
Sometimes,
Glenwood.
yeah.
What other activities do you like to do in the summer?
Well,
Like it doesn't need to be athletic, although athletics are the best.
we like to play. We just play in the backyard a bunch. We have like a climbing wall in the garage.
Okay.
We have zip line, trapeze, like super small, in the backyard.
Fun.
And then like tire swing, another tire swing, trampoline.
Treehouse.
And then we just finished our treehouse a few days ago.
Is the Glenwood Adventure Park your backyard?
It feels
sounds
like
the
it.
Glenwood Adventure Park, where they have those kind of different rides and stuff. It sounds kind of like that.
The kids
That's
always
your own backyard.
The kids always say they have the best house in the neighborhood.
Well, that's because we do. We're just telling the truth.
So that's the truth. And so do the other kids want to come over and play? Because it's like such a fun spot.
Sometimes we also play at this place called the Big D, and it's just like there's a certain part on our block where like there's a loop, and it's in the shape of a capital D, and so we call it the Big D, and it's just like grass in the middle, and we'll just go there and ride bikes around and
okay, and just be kids
and like just play, just be
be silly.
Yeah.
That sounds super fun. Yeah, I like to just like today I fat biked. Have you ever tried the fat bikes at all with the big wide 5-inch wide tires?
Yeah. Well, I have a few times like riding back from school because my friend has one, and I'll ride on her bike and she'll ride on my bike and act like be super happy because she feels super tall. She's super short, just like me, so she likes it when she drives my tall bike.
How tall are you? Are you 4'2"?
4'4".
4'4".
I'm 58 pounds.
So a tiny dynamo.
Yeah.
You know, but that's good though, because we like to say in bike racing, it's about strength to weight ratio. So climbing too, if you got strength but you're light, it's easier to go up, right? So you want to kind of stay light and stay strong. Lean and mean. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
We're going to take a lean and mean commercial break, you guys. Actually, this is a message from our underwriters who help support the local show this summer. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll get a chance to hydrate, and then we're going to talk about your historic day on El Cap.
Historic days.
Days. Actually, it's more than one day, right?
Yeah, it's 5
days. We're going to have 5 days. So we're going to have a big story. We're going to talk about that right after the break, guys. But I do want to thank our summer underwriters, Aspen Square, Klug Properties, the Independence Pass Foundation, Pitkin County Landfill, and Sundog Athletics. We'll go to a quick break. Our only one of the show guys. We'll be back with Selah and Mike Schneider. They recently climbed the nose of El Cap. Selah becoming the youngest climber in history at age 10, and her story and much more, so don't go away.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Celebrating another great summer season, Aspen Square Hotel is the hospitality place, featuring fireplace studio suites and larger condominiums with full hotel-style services in the center of downtown Aspen. Aspen Square is proud to support the Locals Show.
Curbside recycling is now included with your trash service in Pitkin County. You can reduce your waste footprint and shrink your trash bill by recycling right. Learn more at landfillrules.com.
The Independence Pass Foundation, for 30 years restoring and protecting the ecological, historical, and aesthetic integrity of Independence Pass. To learn more, independencepass.org.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's adventure sports school, is your opportunity to experience the most beautiful adventure locations and gain new skills to be safer, perform better, and have more fun. Fresh updates on mountain and road biking, hiking, canoeing, snowshoeing, and fat biking adventures at sundogathletics.com, Sundog Athletics on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people.
We're back here on the local show. Thanks for sticking with us here on GrassRoots Community Network. Welcome Facebook Live, and welcome YouTube, and welcome Selah and Mike. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us on the local show. Luna's our co-host this week. Is she still down there on the floor?
She's right
being
here.
A good girl?
Yep. Hi, Luna.
She's a cool girl.
Yep.
So you guys on June 12th summited or hit the top of the nose route on El Cap, but it was really a 5-day adventure.
Yeah.
To make that climb, Selah, at 10 years old. Can you tell us a little bit about your adventure for those 5 days? I mean, I know it's a big story, but can you kind of boil it down to a couple minutes of your adventure? Like, can you just describe maybe like the highlights of like what really sticks out in your memory as a really outstanding part of that experience?
One of the hardest parts was right in the middle.
Yeah.
When I was jumaring up, and it was hot.
You started to feel hot.
And I was sore, and I wanted to stop for the night, even though it was like 3 in the afternoon.
So it's just kind of like everything was getting to you. You're tired, you're hot, you're just ready
hungry, and I'm like,
hungry.
Dad, let's set up the portal edge and make dinner.
And then what happened? Did you keep going, or did you?
We kept going.
Uh-huh. So that kind of, I want to talk about that a little bit more, but that kind of leads me to one of my questions. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you think about when it gets really tough? Like, it's really challenging part of the climb, and in this case, you know, climbing the nose of El Cap. Like, what keeps you going? Like, what do you think about to keep you, like, you know, positive and keep you going?
A lot of the time, my dad.
Think about your dad?
Yeah.
Did you think about anything specific, like any advice that he gave you, or you
like,
think about his smiling face, or what do you think?
It's just like my dad tells me to keep going.
Okay.
It's my, yeah.
So you kind of remember that advice that he gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like there was a few times on the climb where you were getting pretty worn down and just feeling the weight of what we were taking on. And so, yeah, just little pep talks like, hey, let me take that gear from you. Because part of it is, at 58 pounds, she was usually cleaning the pitches, meaning taking the gear out and then taking all the gear and putting on her harness.
I only have 2 gear loops, so it's like, and like he has like...
Yeah, kids' harnesses can't carry a lot of gear.
He has like 12. He has like 12 gear loops.
Not 12, but I had
2.
like 5.
Yeah, more.
So she would have
you're
like
like
gear,
loaded down with this gear.
She would have the gear like on a sling.
Okay.
And you know, I know for me when I'm carrying a lot of gear, it gets heavy.
Right. Especially
on some of the longer pitches that we were doing, where they're 150-foot pitches, a lot of gear, a lot of heavy gear, and you had that hanging on you. And so I remember a few times I was like, "Here, just let me drop this loop of rope, and I'll take the gear from you," because that percentage of your weight, that ratio, is a lot higher for you than it would be for me.
Yeah.
And I think about how heavy it is for me as at 180 pounds, and then for you at 58, it's a lot of weight.
So you've got all that going on. You've got like endurance. You know, you've got that means a long day. You know, where you're out there exerting yourself.
Really long
You've
day.
got strength because you've got to carry some weight.
Yeah.
You've got cardio because it can make you breathe.
Yeah.
You know, hard sometimes. What do you think the hardest part? Like when you think back on your experience climbing the nose, what was the hardest part?
Probably the hike down.
The hike down.
Well, the hike up, I was just kind of, you know, it's really heavy. I wasn't carrying most of the weight because my dad had the haul bag, which is like the biggest bag.
Yes.
And it has like all the water in it. We have 15 pounds of water, I think.
We've got an image of that haul bag.
We had about 100 pounds of water.
Wow.
When we started. We started with about 12 or 13 gallons of water.
So you have to have basically water for 5 days? That's what you plan on?
We brought enough water for 3 days because I'm really small, so I'm not going to drink as much.
Okay.
And
yeah, so we had originally planned on climbing it in 4 days, and we took a little bit of extra water, and then on the second day we realized like we were going to need an extra day because we were behind a really slow party, and it wasn't going to be easy to pass them. Okay. And so we started to like calculate, okay, how much water can we drink each day, and we had just a little bit of extra so we could stretch it out to 5 days. So
is there any way to get resupplied? Like, can someone lower you something down?
No,
that doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, it wouldn't really work. Yeah,
you have to.
Sometimes you can find water up there. We did find a gallon water up high, which was great.
Or if it rains, you just go.
We just guzzled it. And on some parts on the route, we were actually getting spray from a waterfall.
Okay.
Which is actually like hundreds of feet away, but the wind was taking it, and it felt really good.
Like a mist.
And there were just like certain parts of the route, like on the Great Roof, which is like a classic route on the nose. It was like super wet.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise you just need to carry all your own water. There was water on the top when we topped out at the summit. People had left water bottles up there, so that was great. We were just guzzling water because we were pretty thirsty.
Also found an old sleeping pad that was and we didn't realize it was full of water.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes people leave stuff up there and
so
don't
then it just
clean
becomes kind of like litter at that point.
Yeah. And we carried down some empty water bottles and stuff like that, so tried to do our part.
Well, we've got just a quick clip of Selah actually climbing on the nose of El Cap. I think you're Jumaring. Is that the kind of where you kind of grab the rope?
Yeah, the mechanical ascenders that clamp onto the rope and let you go up but not down.
Yeah, I can actually. I'll look at it and I'll try it, and we'll see if.
Oh, here we go right now.
There it is.
Oh, that's at the top.
That's the last pitch.
Yeah, that's the last pitch. That's at like the very top.
So this is it. After 5 days, you're reaching the top.
You can see it's very far down.
And you can see where we started there on the very left-hand side of the screen.
Did you try to avoid looking down? Because, I mean, you kind of hear that in climbing, or that doesn't really bother you guys to look down?
I
it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you.
Doesn't bother
me. It's
me.
like 3,000 feet down. That's like That would bother me.
It bothers a lot of other people, but I've just been like, I've been with that exposure my whole life, so
you're used to it.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, you're conditioned.
Like someone who's been swimming their whole life they're not going to be that scared of going underwater as someone else who's never swam.
And even as an experienced climber, sometimes looking down, it can be a little like unnerving. But I always think about, and I tell people this when I guide, like, how often are you going to be in a place like this?
Right.
You know, like next week you're going to be back at work or you're going to be back at school, and so like, you know, embrace those moments that you get where you're on the edge of a big cliff, and it's so special. I think about the times that I've been up on El Cap, and you get to look down 3,000 feet and see where you started as a little speck down there, and I mean, you just don't get to do that very often in your life, you know. Like I would do it every day if I could, but I would get too tired.
So try to enjoy the moment.
Yeah. Speaking of that, my dad gave me some advice on El Cap. Like, if like during the experience you just want it to be over, like why would you even start in the first place? So it's like sometimes on El Cap we'll be like, oh, I just want it to be over. I just want to get to the top, and he's like, well. If you just want to do that, then why'd you even start?
Yeah, we talked about that a lot, you know, like because it happens.
Make the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, you do hard things like in the mountains or whatever you're doing that's hard, and too often when you're suffering, you just want it to be over. But it's like, well, why are you doing it then? Like, embrace the moment that you're in and take it for what it is, and before you know it, will be over. If you're doing Capitol Peak in a day or whatever it might be,
and then you're like, it's going to be over, and you'll be like, oh, I want to go and do that again.
Yeah, that type 2 fun, because then once it's over, you know, it only takes a day or two, and then you're like, oh, that was really great, I want to go do that again.
We have one more clip from your climb. I think it's actually when you had just topped out.
Oh, cool.
At the top of El Cap, so let's check that out here.
Yeah. How do you feel,
Selah?
Stop.
So describe how you're feeling here.
Really emotional.
That's your first happy cry?
Emotional?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just can't believe I just did that.
Happy I was at the top, sad it was over. Because
Okay.
my mom made a point earlier on, and still now a little, like you can, like I can go back and do El Cap again.
Yeah.
But that's going to be my second time. There's only a first time once. Like everyone says, it's first time for everything, but it only happens once.
And that's magical. You know, there's nothing like the first time, because that's the real adventure, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So there's mystery, there's excitement. There's nothing like that first time. So I think your dad is exactly right. You want to appreciate those moments. A friend likes to say, got now. There was an old campaign when they were trying to sell milk, got milk.
Yeah.
But he says got now, which means are you in the present? Are you in the current moment? And are you appreciating it? And I think that it sounds like you appreciated that moment, you know, that whole 5-day moment. And there's nothing like the first time, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Definitely.
So then the natural question becomes, like, what's the next goal? You know, you've had a massive accomplishment. Congratulations. You must start to kind of think about, like, what's next. And do you guys have these kind of conversations?
I don't know.
What's the next goal for climbing?
I had a goal that I wanted to lead my age. So, like, climbs, there's, like, it starts at 5'1".
5-0.
Well, 5'0".
5'0".
And then, like, 5'1", 5'2", and it's, like, 5.2, but you just don't say the decimal point. And it goes all the way up to 5'15".
Okay. In difficulty level.
In difficulty level.
Okay.
And my goal was to lead, and lead is when you put up the rope on my age. And so I did that a few weeks ago. I led 5'10".
And then
you led a 5'10"?
Yeah.
At 10 years old?
Yeah.
And then
5'10" at 10.
And then your next goal was
sounds right.
Was to on-site your age, which on-site means to climb a route on lead without falling the first time you've done it, you know, like the first time you've been on it, and then you did that like the next week, and so like now we're like, just there's always more goals.
Was that
there's
also
other
at El Cap, or was that another location?
No. Both of those were in Rifle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's incredible. So you've had some national TV interviews. Can you tell us about a couple of the interviews? You were on the Today Show, right?
It was really, really different.
Because that's like in New York.
Yeah.
Big building, right?
It's like,
Is that scarier than El Cap?
Yeah.
To be in New York.
Well, it wasn't scarier, but it was less comfortable.
Less comfortable.
Like I was
You're out of
more
your
comfortable
comfort zone.
on El Cap rather than New York.
When we got to New York.
Was it fun though?
Yeah.
Was it fun to do that interview?
It was like I think New York was my that was like my longest time in a big city.
Yeah.
Like I'd been to like Paris and New York in an airport, but
Right,
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Really.
In the city though.
But
So you spent a
like-
couple days in the city?
Yeah, I spent a
When
couple
you-
days there.
okay.
My dad spent one day there, and then me and my mom spent 2 days there.
Okay.
When we got there, Selah's eyes were so big and looking up at the big skyscrapers, and I was like, these are like 70 stories tall, and El Cap is like 4 times taller than this. So just think about it. Put it in that perspective.
Right, they're not that big.
But it is just a
compared to
different
big
place.
Climb.
Yeah.
So when I
But
visited
still-
New York the one time, I took the train to Grand Central Station, and then I took a subway. And then when I came out on the street, I was just like you, I was just like, this was like maybe 15 years ago, so I'm a grown adult, but I was amazed.
Yeah.
And then I look across the street, and the country singer Dolly Parton was like right there. So I was just like, wow, New York's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so much energy. Did you go to Central Park at all?
No.
The park in the middle there?
We were my hotel was actually kind of near Times Square, so me and my mom would like walk there, and we went to a Broadway show, and I came out, and I knew it was 10 o'clock, but for a second I thought it was like still evening because of all the lights. I was like, whoa. Like, I was like, what? It's still bright outside? And then I look up, and I'm like, oh, no, it's night.
You can't even see the night sky, really.
So your
Yeah,
mom,
you
your
can.
mom her name is Joy, correct?
Yeah.
Is she a climber as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's kind of all in the family, and you have several kids, right?
Yeah, and Joy and I met and fell in love on El Cap.
Wow.
Well, they met
That's some
in the
real history.
Needles, which
This was our
is
first
like
climb.
they met in the Needles, which is like another remote place in California, and then a week later they're climbing El Cap together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then fell in love, and then
That's
we
amazing.
climbed together a ton in Yosemite before we had kids. And climbing El Cap separately was what really motivated us to have kids. Was maybe not the thing, but it was definitely like the final straw. That like, okay, I think we're ready to have kids because we both climbed the nose. So hence this climb was so like coming full circle. And the friend that was with us, Mark Regier, he was with Joy and I when we met, was with us on that climb, and then he married us.
Wow.
You know, we got married about 14 years ago.
So Selah, we were talking before the show. When I was your age, about 10, I thought I'd be an astronaut, which is kind of timely because now we're celebrating the anniversary of the first men, Neil Armstrong in particular, who landed on the moon. Do you see yourself
That's why that's everywhere.
Yeah, that's why.
I didn't realize why that was everywhere,
It's, I
so
believe
now
it's
I
a
know.
50-year anniversary since the first man landed on the moon. And so, like, when I was young and growing up, it was about being an astronaut. Do you see yourself being a climber or a professional climber when you grow up, or?
I really have no idea what I want to do when I
Hard to
grow
say.
up.
Okay. Well, you've got
No
some time.
idea, yeah.
You've got some time to think about
I'm
it.
still thinking.
Okay.
Still thinking. I'm
Okay.
saving.
You're saving?
Yeah, I'm saving lots of money.
Oh,
money
are you
for what?
Are you planning for college?
I don't know.
Well, you've talked about buying a van so you can go travel in your van and climb and do stuff.
Isn't that what Alex Honnold?
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
climbers. They kind of. Do you
Lots
follow
of-
him?
Yeah.
Free solo and that whole.
I don't free solo. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you
No,
saw
no.
The movie. You saw the movie though, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you could see yourself being kind of a climbing bum, where you just kind of travel around in a van and climb.
Yeah, but
I'm saying that in a good way.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way.
But
A good kind of bum.
I don't know. I don't.
Maybe.
I really don't know.
Joy and I are the kind of parents who, if she decided to be a climbing bum and live in a van, I'd be like fine with it as long as she took me climbing with her.
Right. Just make a space. Have a seat for dad.
Just
and have
still
a seat
take
in
me
the van.
climbing, you know.
Right. And maybe one more little bed space.
Yeah.
So dad can hang out in the van. That's exciting. Well, we have a philosophy in Aspen. It's 3 words. It's called mind, body, and spirit. That's kind of our philosophy and the way we like to live up in Aspen. And it's been tradition for a long time. If there were 3 words that could kind of summarize your philosophy of life, or what you like to, the way you kind of like to think about living life, are there 3 words that you could come up with that would kind of sum up say what you love about life?
I think about, like, you have the habits of a scholar at school, right?
What about you, Mike? Could you come up with three? What would be your three?
Man.
We'll call it the big three.
I always love the word agape, like the unconditional love.
I like it.
I like that. I've always thought about just like passion. Whatever you do, just do it. You know, like, and it doesn't have to be climbing. Could be skiing. Could be reading. You know, I love readings. Just whatever it is, photography.
Follow your passion.
Follow your passion. You know, don't sit idly by and let life go. Do it. You know, you just get to do this once, so make it happen. And then I don't know, like grit's a word that I really like.
Yeah.
That there are just hard things in life. Nothing's easy. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're going to do something that's worth doing, it's going to take some grit. And so, yeah, I like those words.
What about you, Selah?
Joy has agape tattooed on her. Yeah.
Agape, passion, and grit. What do you think, Selah? 3 words?
I don't know.
They could be any 3. Say just important things in your life.
Probably adventure.
I like adventure.
Thought. Just thinking about stuff. Just
like being thoughtful.
Yeah, just being thoughtful.
Okay.
That's like what your name means, to stop and reflect. That's what Selah means.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think would be the 3rd? Luna's hoping you say Luna or dog, but it could be anything. Cookies? Well, you give that one some thought. You have some time at 10 years old. We're out of time, though, you guys. I hope you had. Did you have fun on the show today?
Yeah, it was great.
Well, I've got some cookies and a couple cool reusable containers. Thank you guys so much, Mike and Selah Schneiter. Selah, the youngest at 10 years old to ever climb the nose on El Cap. I want to thank my co-host Luna, and above all, you guys for watching the local show.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Curbside recycling is now included with your trash service in Pitkin County. You can reduce your waste footprint and shrink your trash bill by recycling right. Learn more at landfillrules.com.
The Independence Pass Foundation, for 30 years restoring and protecting the ecological, historical, and aesthetic integrity of Independence Pass. To learn more, independencepass.org.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience the most beautiful adventure locations and gain new skills to be safer, perform better, and have more fun. Fresh updates on mountain and road biking, hiking, canoeing, snowshoeing, and fat biking adventures at sundogathletics.com, Sundog Athletics on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome to